Hey everyone, welcome to Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because today the Canucks played the Pittsburgh Penguins at home. It turned out to be a really good game, but a lot of people weren't watching it because the Seahawks came out and won the NFC Championship game. They're going back to the Super Bowl, so there's a lot of things to celebrate in Vancouver. We lost in regulation. That means we're still tanking for McKenna, Stenberg, whoever you want to get. And where the Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. That is awesome. So we're going to talk today about the the Penguins Canucks game. And there's a big game in the way of, if you had tickets to this game, you get to go see Sidney Crosby, Malkin. I've never seen either one of those guys play yet. That's something I would have loved to have done. And I don't know, maybe this is their last year. Maybe, at least Crosby. I'm not sure. But it's been an incredible career. He's still leading the league in points for players who are 35 and older. Malkin was, what is it, 5th on that list, 10th on that list, whatever he is. Those two are the dynamic duo. Fantastic. I saw someone the other day post a picture of Draisaitl and McDavid and saying, name 2 better players in NHL history. Oh, wait. Say what? Say what? I can name 5 players that are better than them. First of all, let's do Crosby, Malkin. They're by far better than them. You just go, stay in the same city. Let's do Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr. You could even do Zadorov and Datsuk could be considered in that conversation as well. Maybe Draisaitl and McDavid are better than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Edmonton fans are so stinking arrogant sometimes. You know, they think that they're kings and then everyone else is peasants. And it's like, yeah, guess what? You had the City of Champions title on your city and you took it down because you stink. Even, oh my gosh, I could just go off about the Oilers. This is not even about the Oilers, but I'm just telling you right now, Mario and Jagr are miles ahead of McDavid and Draisaitl. And we played the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I'd say Crosby, Malkin, Jagr, Mario Lemieux, not even close. I'd even say Gretzky, Curry, Gretzky, Messier, better than those 2 chumps. Oh, they're not chumps. They're great. They're great. They're great. I wish they were on our team, but, you know, it is what it is. And they better win this year or next, or else I'm telling you right now, McDavid's walking. So back to the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to make it there with those 2 guys, even though they're older. That's how good they are, you know. And for us to come out with another very close loss, I'm impressed with our Canucks. There's a lot going on. By the way, if you're on YouTube, there is a couple new emojis on there. I put a new modified version of Team Tank, so you can post that in there. If you're a member, it's a paying member. You got to go to my channel, Kempner Canucks, and hit the join button by the subscribe one, the join button, and you can become a member. You can also give someone a membership. So I put the Hoglander one back in, and then I updated the Team Tank so it has better Canuckish colors. And now the Pavel Bure, who I think is the greatest of all time in regards to the Canucks. He's my favorite player of all time. And then the new Gavin McKenna rebuild one. So make sure if you are a member to post it in the chat right now, and they come up and they're really cool on YouTube. So that's just something you can do. Let's dive into the game, though. Let's dive into the game. So if we go here, and as you can see, this is what's wild about this game is Kendall scores twice. He's the BC boy, and he had 2 really great goals, and his family's there watching, and it's like, it's one of those good, okay, for example, I'll just tell you, as an athlete, or used to be an athlete, I'm no longer an athlete. I'm a coach now. I'm a dad. I don't play sports anymore. I might jump into a drill or 2 or if we're running more like if we do offense. I do run in if I need someone for offense or defense for a couple plays. But listen, whenever a girlfriend came to watch me play, it was like I was a superhero, and I became the best player on the court. And it went into the court because I played floor hockey. We had this awesome floor hockey tournament at college. But I turned into one of the best players on the floor, and everyone's like, how come Kempner is kicking butt? Like, what happened to him? Why is all of a sudden he turned into, and they look into the stands and they see my girlfriend, who's now my wife, and they're like, oh, okay, Ginny's here now. Okay. I would just play so awesome when my girlfriend came to watch me play. Like, I don't know what it is. I just really wanted to impress. And here's the thing. My girlfriend, who's now my wife, says she's talking to her friends and didn't even see my goals, didn't see my shot go in, nothing. I don't know why. Why can't you just watch the game? You know what I mean? And she's like, well, it's kind of boring. Are you kidding me? I'm busting my butt out there, working hard, trying to impress you. And then some people are going to be like, is this what I turned into? The guy talking about his glory days and how his girlfriend didn't watch him play sports. Yes, this is where it started. The Canucks are dead last, people. What do you want to talk about right now? You want to talk about trading everyone? You want to talk about winning the draft lottery like we do every single day? Every single channel talks about that. Let's talk about something a little bit different. A little side note. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because Kendall comes out here and scores twice in front of his family. He was ready for this game. And listen, he played well. Let's dive into tonight's stuff. So, let's dive into it. Yeah, let's get into it. So Kendall scores twice to hold off the Canucks. He gets 2 of the 3 goals. You see Malkin gets a beauty. It was a wrist shot. It was gorgeous. And then Kendall literally, first goal was nice. The tip in. The second goal was a slap shot. Like, the pass came across. Is it Brazil? Whoever passed it. And he just hammered it. It was so quick in the net that it was insane. It was absolutely insane. Broke the camera in the net, which was wild. And then you got the DeBrusk goal, which I do want to talk a little bit about this line, but this is DP to EP40 to Kane, and Kane comes around the net, passes it across. DeBrusk gets a shot. P gets a shot, and DeBrusk scores it in, gets in, and the backhanded shot to go in. So, that top line all get a point tonight. And then the one that I really enjoyed was a hardworking goal. That shift by Bluger and Olgren was awesome. You got Marcus Pettersson, that's for some reason down in the offensive zone. Then you got Garland across, shot by Hronek. No, it must have tipped off of oops, what am I doing there? It must have tipped off of Ogren and Bluger, if you look at it again. Because I watched it. It happened so fast. Yeah, it tipped off of both of them. So it hit, the shin pads of Bluger. So that's the interesting thing. And if you look at it, Bluger comes back and gets 2 goals in 2 games. Like, 2 goals in 2 games, that's impressive, right? And the Canucks look pretty good. I was happy with their performance. If you paid your good earned money on that, then that's awesome. But if you look at the tail of the tape, okay, you got 32 shots by the Canucks, and don't walk away with the victory. Outshot them by 7. Tied for shots in the first period. They had more in the second by 3, and then we outshot them 14 to 4 in the third, and that's where we just put it in overdrive. Could not score 3 goals in the third. We could score 2, but a little too much, a little too late. Is that how they say it? They beat us in faceoffs by 5 faceoffs. We did not go on the penalty kill. We did not take a penalty, I don't think. We did not take a penalty at all, people. That's impressive, if you ask me. That's impressive. Now, Just a couple other little side note things. Why isn't this working? There it is. The hits were basically the same. Block shots are the same. Giveaways basically the same. The takeaways, we had 7 takeaways to their 2. And so Pittsburgh sweeps us 2-0 in the season series. They win 5-1 on October 21st, and Pittsburgh beats us at home. In Vancouver on our home ice 3-2. And they're trying to make the playoffs, and we're not. So here we are in the standings. Just looking incredible as usual. Let's go to conferences first. And look at where Pittsburgh is 5th in the East with 63 points in 51 games, 26 wins. That's impressive. 11 overtimes. So, I mean, they're having a good year, if you ask me, right? If you go to the divisions, you've got Pittsburgh 2nd in the Metropolitan division, and they're looking good. But if you go to the league and you do our favorite thing, you click on it, and Vancouver is still dead last, and we've got a 9-point cushion, everyone. A 9-point cushion. That is, no, an 8-point cushion. My apologies. 48-point cushion. That's a 4-game lead. If you look at us, we and the St. Louis Blues have the worst goal differential in the NHL, minus 52. That is disgustingly bad. But if you're tanking, it's good. It's good, everyone. It's absolutely good. Now, a couple last things I want to talk about the game. And let's just go back to, because this is the post-game show, and it makes it look a little bit more profesh when you got this there, right there. Okay. So, we want to talk about this. Brian Russ gets, my apologies. Gets the elbow up on Brock Besser in the last few seconds of the third period. We do not know how long he's going to be out. We don't know what the injury is, and it is what it is. So I hope he's okay. Never want ill will on any player, especially our own players. So I am nervous about it. I haven't heard any updates, and you know how the Canucks are. They're like Fort Knox and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully he gets better soon. Hopefully it's not serious. I hope it's not a concussion, but it looks bad. It was an elbow. It was nasty. Okay. Also, I went to the New Jersey Devils Vancouver Canucks game, and what they said, it was the best loss of the year, which is wild to think about because we've had a lot of losses, everyone. Like we've had a lot of losses. You know, I was at the best loss of the year, almost tied it up in the last couple seconds. You can watch my other videos to see the post-game recap that I did. I talked extensively about that. But the DeBrusk EP40 Kane line looked terrible against the New Jersey Devils. And tonight, they did not look terrible. But what I found out was that DeBrusk and Kane are both sick, and that's why they look like the worst line on the Canucks. They look better today. That goal they scored was a hard-working goal with some talent. And that's where we're at. So, but I know a lot of you just want to talk about this, that the Super Bowl rematch, Patriots versus Seahawks, time to get revenge. If you don't know, I have a RevTrev NFL, YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok, Twitch. What else do I got? Something else. A Blue Sky. No, I don't think I have Blue Sky. Don't have Blue Sky. Account. So you can go follow me there and see all my NFL content. Listen, when the playoffs started, I picked the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. I picked the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. I was hoping Buffalo was going to meet them there, but they did not. They faltered. And then their coach got fired. So I'm picking the Seahawks, guys. I think the Seahawks, okay, maybe the Patriots are better than I think. They've proven everyone wrong. But these are my couple little thoughts about the Super Bowl. Okay? Because if you think about it this way, the Seahawks, Sam Darnold looked fantastic today, and their defense didn't look great, and they still found a way to win. They had home field advantage. They came up clutch in a couple moments. But I'm just telling you right now, I don't think the Seahawks lose. Now, if the Patriots win, it's going to be one of the greatest turnarounds in NFL history. They went from a 4-win, 13-loss team to a 14-win, 3-loss team. That is impressive. But I'll talk more about that on my channel. So please follow RevTrev NFL, and you'll get more content there. I want to do a video on that as well. Yeah. So what else do I want to ask? Just a reminder, if you like Canucks content that's passionate, realistic, and honest, hit the like and subscribe button, everyone. And like we already talked about before, if you are on YouTube, please consider becoming a member. And yes, this is a paid thing. That it's not just subscribing, but it's a paid thing. You can use the new emojis for Team Tank, for the GOAT, Bure, the rebuild with McKenna, and the Höglander fever, which is like, we need more Höglander in our life. I've got a fever, and the only thing that can solve and cure that fever is more Höglander in our lives. So that's a fun one as well. Okay. So I guess the big question that you want to answer is, what do you want the Canucks to do before the Olympic break? And I know most people are going to say, I want us to trade somebody, and now we can officially take Sherwood off this list. So this is a lot of the people have been talking about this. The rumors about Hronek getting traded is now basically over. So I've taken him off of the list as well. I never thought he was going to get traded. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about anything tonight you want to talk about. We're not going to be on too long tonight. We're at almost 18 minutes. Let me hit the promo, and then we're going to get into your comments, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. If you're a Seahawks fan, you are having a phenomenal day. If you went to the Canucks game, you're having a phenomenal day. And if you're Team Tank, you're having a phenomenal day, right? Yeah, there's a lot of positives. Okay, we'll talk in just a second. I'm going to get into your comments. Alrighty, so first comment is from David W. In PWHL action, the Golden Knights beat the Torrent 3-1 in the home arena of the Seattle Kraken. The Canucks, meanwhile, didn't play quite as well in a 3-2 regulation loss to the Penguins. That's correct. And then he goes on to say, I have no plans for Monday, although by the time this Kempner Canucks live stream starts, I'm still awake where I am in Southern Ontario. It's 9:17 p.m. Sunday. I look forward to watching the live stream. Currently watching the Raptors game. Okay. So that's great. Stuart is in the building, and he sees that we lost to the Penguins 3-2. Kevin is here, and he says this game was awesome. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. Watching Besser and Pettersson and DeBrusque having realistic plays while Sass and Carlson were out kicking tires was awesome. Don't care if they lost. That's what Canuck fans are at the stage, right? We're tanking. We want the games to be closer, competitive, but we want to lose. The good old Team Tank. Sorry, everyone got a runny nose here. Team Tank, if you got the emojis there, go click on it, and use the Team Tank emojis. So, and Kane can get us something big. Kane is better than what we got him for. I don't agree with that, but I just keep on going with what he's saying. For some reason, I'm not hearing sound, but Byram has some hope. Yeah, I think is everyone else hear me fine? No one else is complaining in here. So that's interesting. Okay, what else is he saying? But William has hope. DPD, Villander, not tonight. And Mancini had me thinking Canucks can turn this fast. turn this around fast. Need 5 forwards out to make room for the youth. Okay, so he's wanting us. Just saw this is alive in 2 hours, and I am in St. John, New Brunswick. Wow, that's amazing. And I have a stress test for my heart at 8:15 a.m. Considering that's 8 to 9 hours from now, I'm trying to go to bed. Okay. So, yeah. So, anyone got ideas? Missing the Winnie the Pooh books now. Need something like that with the Canucks players from the past. I think Hronek makes a good Eeyore. Piglet is for sure Garland. Besser is Winnie the Pooh for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I like this. I'm sorry, I'm 54 years old and I need a Winnie the Pooh reference for the Canucks because I was Canucks fan before Winnie the Pooh. One day the 100-acre woods will win a cup. Okay, wow. You really went into that. Okay. Marcus, evening, buddy. Another great game for Team Tank. Bad news about Besser for sure. Good to see you. Kira says, I thought this was the hockey guy for a moment. I know it's not. And the hockey guy does a great job, but I hope that you've enjoyed my stream so far tonight. I'm glad you're here. I haven't gone to a Canucks game since my friend who used to play for them got traded to Edmonton. Who was that? So, yeah, so that's kind of funny. I'm an Oilers fan, but only because my best friend from school plays for them. Okay. I respect that. Steve Preston, we went to the Devils game together. We had a great time. And he says, Canucks, a perfect game. Great effort, continues to make mistakes, play the rookies, and we lose again, just like we like to see it. Team Tank in the building. I'd also take Roadrunner killing the Coyote, but that never lasts more than an episode. Okay, Kevin, I get it. I hope it goes well. Marcus says, apparently Canucks had a meeting with Keaton Verhoff. Went well, according to sources. Oh, can you imagine if we take a defenseman? I'm just telling you right now that this fan base will lose their minds unless we trade him away. Unless we think he's like the next greatest player, then do it. Kira says, I think Canucks getting Kane was a big mistake. Everyone in Vancouver believes that. We were all surprised when we went and got him, but it's only a 1-year deal, and they should have never traded Podkolzin. I get it. You know what? I just think he wasn't a good fit in Vancouver. He didn't play well. Even for you guys, he's played so much better. You guys are faster. It fits his skill set better. I think he would have not played well in Vancouver. We kept him. So I don't think it was a big mistake that we traded him, but it is what it is. Beer Baron says Seahawks going to Super Bowl against Patriots. Repeat of Legion of Boom era. Now it's the dark side defense, right? So Kane is brilliant. He's doing stuff. We should just trade him. I don't care what we get from. We need to trade him, in my opinion. Not a huge Kane fan. I think he's fine. I don't think he's great. But now they can hope to get. I know that's what we're taking from McKenna. Rod's pumped because Seahawks a lock for the Super Bowl win. And then Steve says Trev was on the bench when Ginny wasn't at the game. He bribed the coach when Ginny was there. Put me in, coach. Steve, stop it. You weren't even there. You don't know. You were in Ontario at that time. Japan 4 is excited about the Seahawks. Peter likes the Steve joke. Rod says Stuart Skinner win a cup with Pittsburgh would be so epic, right? Speaking of which, that is the funny part. Now they have Skinner and she loves, and Skinner goes and beats us. Are you kidding me? So, how was watching the game yesterday, or it was Friday? It was awesome. Go check out the post-game recap. You'll see all the information there. Kira, you hope the Oilers win the cup. I do not hope they do, but it's hard to cheer for rivals. But there's a lot of people not much nicer than me. If the Canucks make the finals, I don't think Oiler fans want Canucks to win. Like when we're good, you're not going to cheer. If your team gets knocked out, are you going to cheer for the Canucks? I highly doubt it, but maybe you will. Maybe you're a nicer Canadian than I am. Steve says Besser took a dirty elbow hit to the head at the end of the game, had a concussion written all over it. Thanks, Mr. Rust. Kira, dropping all these awesome comments. Would love to see Valsky, bring the cup back to our home rink here in Moscow. No, it's not Vasky. It's Vasily Podkolzin. That's right. My bad. Please forgive my butchering of the name. Skinner. Kevin says Skinner. I tweeted Skinner shutout, and they beat him 2 minutes later. I did my part, even if Shorthouse did not. That's hilarious. Canucks are better when they do not outshoot the opponents. I know it's weird, isn't it? Our goalies are better when they get shots. David W. says at least the Canucks keep their January game versus the Pens close. And Kevin says, good night. Love watching Canucks, even if they lose, but also glad. Whoa, that's awkward. That's awkward. Kevin, please. I don't need that kind of comments in my thing. Dude, that's awkward. Keep that to yourself, please. Okay, Casket Brian says, Abbotsford with another big win tonight. That's awesome. Jacob, what a football game. Go Hawks. Go Hawks. If my Packers aren't in it, I want the Hawks to win. I hope they win the Super Bowl. It's crazy seeing Seahawks and Pats rebuild this fast and go to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, we've been waiting on the Canucks. I know. You know, in the NFL, you can rebuild your whole franchise in 3 years. You can do that. Unless your name is the Cleveland Browns, you can't do that. Or the Bears, you can't do that. It took them way longer than that, okay? But Bears have returned. Cleveland still sucks. They're awful. I don't know why the Canucks are like the Cleveland Browns, apparently, except for we've made it to three Stanley Cup finals. Seahawks will win the revenge Super Bowl. Absolutely, Brian. I agree. Shannon's pumped about Team Tank. She's using that. Trim more fat. What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever. Gold beret. Yeah, that's a cool one, isn't it? If you fell out of bed during the night, you are sore for the day. That is a true statement. That's true. I haven't fallen out of my bed since I was a kid, but I don't know. How much cap was trimmed after trading Quinn Hughes? Well, not that much, because Rossi was making $5 million, Ogren was making $775,000, and Bulliam was making similar to that, just a little bit higher than that. CFB Bird says, Shane Wright, you want to make a trade for that? I don't think we make a trade for him, because I think they want more than we're willing to give up, and it just doesn't really make sense. But let's see. Maybe he is excellent. Are we making any big add-ons in the summer? I think we could. Team Tank, Darren, let's go. Woo! I don't know. What is a tank? That was the tank train. So, by the way, we should do a tankathon thing. I haven't done one yet. Right? It's got his captain material. Okay, that's cool. Ben says, I'm a Pens fan. Absolutely love what this team is doing this year. Kendall seems to be the real deal. Well played, pal. Absolutely, man. You're right. Nobody is giving up Kendall. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Shannon, the hockey guy, in his last so-called power rankings, kept the Canucks dead last. Of course, everybody in their power rankings got Vancouver dead last. CFB says she knows McJesus, so you know McDavid. That's cool. Thanks for keeping things fun in this dark time, Trev. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Seems like Kyle Dubas, is doing a reasonably good job as the GM of the Penguins. Maybe he'd known a GM of the Penguins was going to be his last chance to be an executive in an NHL club. Yeah, this was a very important thing for him to do, for sure. Fun fact, if the Canucks tanked last season after being a playoff eliminated, we would have landed the draft pick spot for Ken. Oh, wow. That would have been cool. I didn't know that. Missed the game because I don't have cable. I watch it at my buddies. Okay, Peter, it's interesting. Are you doing your NFL channel tonight? Need a Broncos therapy? So angry. I get it. I don't think I am, because my kids want to, use the downstairs, and I don't want to interrupt them. I told them I'd do this stream early. Okay. Dubas has flipped the Penguins. He is an absolute genius. Season isn't over yet, but what he has done has been brilliant. I would agree with that statement. Just what draft picks, if any, the Canucks managed to acquire in exchange for Evander Kane remain to be determined. That said, if he walks for nothing, the Canucks know they'll get nothing for him. It's true. It's true. They just need to trade him for anything other than future considerations. Kane, maybe 10 years ago, was great. Yeah. Tank for Stenberg. Let's go. It's team tank, whatever you want. I was going to make another one that says tank for McKenna, tank for Stenberg. But I'm not there yet because I don't have enough. I only could do nine emojis. So, Ben Kindle was looking great. Always great to see BC talent. Patera and Tolopilo. I know I like Tolopilo a lot better for sure. I would have cheered for the Ottawa Sens had they last postseason eliminated the Leafs. Yep, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not interested in really talking about the Sens and the Leafs too much, to be honest with you, at this stage. I know you want to come and you want to talk about the Habs. Would have been nice to see Buffalo Bills or Detroit Lions qualify for the Super Bowl with both NFL teams based in metro areas that border Southern Ontario. Well, Detroit didn't even make the playoffs, so they can't do that. Buffalo at least made the playoffs. Brian's all pumped that he can use the team tank emoji. Jack is Seahawks going to the Super Bowl, and CFB Bird says that we need to keep sucking for sure. I fell out of my bed during the night, and today I've been feeling nauseous and dizzy also off and on today. Hope that you feel better, my friend. McKenna and Booyam, that's a good combo. Shannon's excited about the Seahawks, of course. Spin the wheel. Let's do it. I got it. I'm going to spin the wheel right now. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. So I'm going to share screen. Let's do this. Okay. So this is my first time ever doing it. Okay. First time ever doing it. Now, before I do this, just a heads up. This is the NHL 2026 NHL mock draft. Okay. This is what it is right now. I haven't hit the button yet. Okay, everyone. So not only am I interested in what we're going to get at 1, I'm also interested in what we're going to get at 26. Okay. So I'm going to just this is the thing I'm going to do. Most people want to push it 3 times and get it there. Okay. But we're spinning the wheel. Okay. We're spinning the wheel. Okay. For him there. Does this look better here? No, it's got to be here. We're going to do it one time because all you get is one shot. That's what Eminem told us, right? There's one shot to make the difference. So I'm hitting the sim lottery, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The Canucks get the first pick overall. We take Gavin McKenna, first overall from Penn State, left winger, 6 foot, 170 pounds. In 22 games this year, he has 29 points. Ivar Stenberg goes second to the Winnipeg Jets, who moved up 1 spot, 29 games, 28 points. And then Keaton Verhoff gets has got 17 points in 22 games in the NCAA. That's pretty impressive as a defenseman. And look at how Tyron Lawrence is doing there. Only 7 games and 1 point has played. But Caleb Maholcha goes 5th to the Calgary Flames. That would suck for us. Honestly, Chase Reed is another guy that I like going to the 7th place. Nashville Predators. Okay, let's go down, see where the Canucks also get. Same spot. Morozov, is that how you say it? He's from Maryland, NCAA, 24 games. So this is a forward, 24 games, 14 points. I don't know a lot about him, actually. if you look at that. But his 6'3", 205 pounds from Russia, sign me up, everyone. I'm in. And then look at what we get here: a 5'11" left winger from Penn State. Also, probably plays with McKenna. 45 games, 50 points. That's amazing. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's pretty fun. Should I screenshot it? Of course I should. First ever one, and we'll do the top 10. Okay, we got it here. I did that wrong. It literally went off the page. I got to get the tankathon part in here. Top 10. Got it here. And come on. There, got it in. So I can post it on my Instagram and all that stuff and all that fun stuff. So Dell, I spun the wheel. Now we're going to go back to here. And Zach is in the building. He looks like he's a Leafs fan. Welcome. Hope you feel better, Shannon. Remember Pavel Bure? Yep, I remember him. That's why I have his jersey right here. Actually, I saw MP29 carry the puck up the ice tonight. Yep, just chill. That's true. Brandon said, I like to see the Canucks give Shane Wright a chance. Maybe send Garland to Seattle for Wright and a draft pick. I don't want to trade draft picks, but Shane Wright is honestly playing so bad. I don't want to give up a lot from him, honestly. Casket says, wonder if Coots is still available to play for the Canucks again soon. He is not. Have a great night, Ben. Thank you for coming in. First time tuning in, but love it. Thank you. Just subscribe, Zachary says. One of my best friends, Zach, is a diehard Leafs fan. He wants me to go to the Leafs game next Saturday, but I don't think I can make it. I don't think my bank account. I just went to the Devils game. I can't afford to do that. Remember Donald Bashir? Yes, I remember a lot of Canucks. I've been a Canucks fan since I've been a kid, so I really love those Red Sens jerseys. That's cool. Simon says, I wanted to know how your son in your basketball tournament. He did well. We were up and down. We played a bunch of ranked teams, end up losing some close ones. It was a great test for us this weekend. So how about those Leafs? Yeah, they've been looking a lot better. Genius. Dubas signed Crosby for $8.7 million, big discount. Meanwhile, Alvin signs EP40 for 11.6. Fan of Big Z. I mean, I love Zadorov. So, hey, SJ Sport, good to see you. And I don't think I can get you on. It's going to be last minute, all that kind of stuff. Because we haven't been able to hook up onto online. So, but I have a practice and stuff this week for my basketball team. We're preparing for the playoffs now. All our turns are done. Team Tank is here from Swerve and Irvin. I can't think of a Canadian NHL team that this regular season, bar perhaps the Flames, that hasn't used at least 3 goalies. The Sens have used at least 4. William McKenna is crazy. Yeah. I did 10 sims and 9 times we dropped to third. There you go. I can't be on much longer. I need to get off soon. So what's your predictions of how does the NFL teams did today in your opinion? I loved the games today, especially Seahawks game. The Patriots one was boring. It's crazy that there was so much snow and then there wasn't. So that was nuts. So there was no snow and then there was tons. That was crazy. I thought that the Patriots were going to win. I didn't think it was going to be a 10-3 final though. What do you think of the Sens lately? I think they're solid. I don't follow them really closely, to be honest, but I think they're solid. I mean, they kind of they had that big spell there with the whole Allmark thing, and then it looks like they've kind of started playing a bit better again. You're excited we got first pick, for sure. Dell says, yes, we got the first pick. Love the Tankathon website. Yep. I'll be doing it a lot now. Brian says Stenberg would still go number 1 in real life. Maybe. Maholtra started the year around 20. Yeah, he's been going up the boards. You're excited about McKenna. See if Bird watch your language. Okay. Yeah, McKenna, I get it. Who's the top of the scoring Mexican-born player? NHL? I do not know. I don't know. In your opinion, when do you think you're going to get back some of the injured players for the Canucks? When do you think we'll eventually? Well, we're actually healthy. So it's just Demko and Forbert is not coming back, I don't think, this season. If he does, it'll be very end of the season. But Heedle's back. Bluger's back. Welcome back. Okay. Yeah, so, but Besser's out now, so hope all is well with you and your company. Yeah, I had a bunch of people over to watch the game, which is going to be great. I'm going to have a huge Super Bowl party like I always do. Besser for Shane Wright straight across. I don't know, man. I don't know. Martin says, I fell asleep watching the game. 2 teams made by Jim Rutherford put me to sleep. Booyam is lucky he didn't lose an eye tonight. That's true. CFB Bird says, I called Pat's Seahawks. That's a great call. It's a great call. What does forfeited mean? No one gets that pick or what? Yes, no one gets that pick. I can't think of a Mexican-born guy either. Oh, yeah, and Rossi's not back yet either. That's true. Trade for Wright? I'm not sure, man. What moves do you think the Canucks should do, in your opinion, before the Olympic break? That was the question I asked everyone. No one really said much of it. I say we're going to trade Kane before the Olympic break. That's it. There's lots of rumors around Kane right now. I think that's going to happen. So, you mean watch the game? I think there's a whole bunch of players that are safe, to be honest with you. So, David W says, "Yep, for avoided trade of winger David to the Ducks." Oh yeah. They forfeited the 2024, 2025, 2026 first round pick, which is so weird. Austin Matthews' mom was born in Mexico. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this was that was bad. That was real bad. Okay, everyone. So we did the tankathon. I think that went well. The new emojis are out, and it's been a good night. So I hope you have a fantastic night. I got to run. Thank you so much for watching. I got to do an NFL video. I'm going to do probably a recap, but more importantly, I'm just going to do Super Bowl content for the next 2 weeks on my NFL channel, RevTrev NFL. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe here, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Have a good night. Of course, always believe in blue. Tank, Canucks, tank, and go Canucks, go.